About young Kenyans and their preference for a certain type of leadership. And the question is, do young Kenyans believe in the younger leadership? Do they still find need for older politicians, the traditional politicians that we've, the ones that are actually using money to hire them as goons?
Thank you very much, Fred. Good morning. It's long since we were with you.
Karibu sana.
First, I think it's also very important maybe to add my voice on the voter registration and the ID, maybe if we come to the age question. There's one thing that needs to come out clear for our generation. If you're going to be pushed to register as a voter, there's high chance that you'll be pushed to go out and vote. I think, to me, there's no gap. We have just decided not to do the right thing as a generation. On the issue of the ID, to me, it is not fashionable for the politicians or the leaders to be the people to push the IDs to be taken or to deliver them to the ID owners. When you go to the registrar to be registered as an ID holder, I think they give you a period when it will be ready. And then I think we also have the local administrators, the chiefs. They should be the people, because they know the people in their localities and not the MPs, the MCs, and even senators. Let the senators, MPs, and these other elected leaders do what they're elected to do. And I think it's also very important for us. My brother, aspiring senator, is saying that we need civic education. I think this is something that it was all over on the social media, everywhere, in the main media streams. Here we are in TV47. People are sensitized to go and register as voters. Sincerely speaking, we're expecting a bigger turnout. But the question, as you're putting it, why did young people didn't turn out in big numbers to register as
They only have 4 days to go. The numbers, according to the IEBC, are not as they had initially projected. What is the problem here? Larry here says, and you've mentioned it correctly, it's a matter of civic education. But my argument is the young Kenyans enjoy a lot of information, access to the internet, access to social media. What other education or form of education are they waiting for them to register?
That's the toughest question we're asking ourselves. I think it is no longer, Larry, I think it is no longer from civic education. It needs to be purely on political enlightenment and education. Because in most cases, we have always mistaken civic education to be political education. So young people or Kenyans do tend not to understand maybe the importance, why they need to vote. And at some point, it has been quoted over again and again that those who fail to turn up to elect leaders, they tend to have leaders they don't want, who are elected by those who participated in it. And I think we'll be having another phase, another window that will be opened by the IBC. We'll continue to sensitize young people to go out.
What would be the necessity of IBC conducting another mass voter registration, if at all the young Kenyans are not even taking advantage of this exercise?
No, they need to do it because there are people, you've already said we have around 500,000 IDs which are
uncollected. But don't you think that's the same problem, Jared?
Once these IDs are collected, we again need to register voters.
Jared,
there's a problem.
500,000 Kenyans applied for IDs. These are new young people, because most older people already have their IDs. 500,000 uncollected IDs. We start from there. Before they even want to register as voters, why are they not collecting the IDs?
That's the question. Even we, I think I'll ask the senator as well, and I'm also asking myself, how are these people getting the government services without IDs? Are they documented citizens of our country? And how are they, in most cases, a good example, if maybe you want to have the services at eCitizen, you expect someone who's above 18 not to use birth certificate. So I don't know. It is not civic education, Fred. This is purely on political education, why they need to have this document. And again, it comes again to even our local administrators. We need to have documented citizens of our country. Having 500,000 who are above 18, who have already registered and not having this document with them, puts us in a very bad situation. And I ask ourselves that how many foreigners that we may be having in the country that who are not documented? If our own are not documented, it also puts a risk to our even our not only economical sphere, but even in our security sphere as a nation.
Why this reluctance to get involved in any of this?